Let's talk about one of my favorite topics. We have new LLC business lines of credit from credit unions that pull personal TransUnion. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, we are speaking about new LLC business lines of credit from credit unions that pull personal TransUnion. So we have actually 5 of them, and we're going to introduce them to you. So number 5, we have here, Lake Michigan Credit Union. Our score, 8.1 over 10. So when you think about Lake Michigan, you have to think about a type of flexible credit for flexible businesses. What we love about Lake Michigan is that even though they are geographically restricted, in other words, you have to make sure that you are in their geography, they actually give you a nice type of a financing process. In other words, they take care of you from start to finish. They have excellent customer service. Okay, if you're looking for this line of credit, if you're looking for a flexible option that allows you to access funds at any time to help with major business purchases or to kind of smooth out the occasional bumps in your business cash flow, this could be great for you. If you got to be a member though, you got to be an individual member. You have to be a business member of Lake Michigan Credit Union. And what we love is that they have a team at Lake Michigan. They are very knowledgeable about a wide variety of business specializations, and they actually will work with you. They will actually customize your line of credit for you, for your business. Okay, and the cool thing is you can actually do unsecured business line of credit from Lake Michigan, or you can get a secured one. So in other words, if you have assets, if you have business assets that you are trying to leverage, you are trying to collateralize to actually reduce your APR and get better terms on your line of credit, you can actually do that with Lake Michigan. Not a problem. They have the unsecured option and they have the secured option. The unsecured business line of credit option is the default option. Okay, but if you have, let's say you have buildings, you have inventory, you have equipment, and other assets that you want to use as collateral, then you can actually use that. Not a problem. Okay, if you have any questions, Lake Michigan is really responsive. They have great customer service. If you have any questions, you can just contact them at 1-800-242-9790. 1-800-242-9790. But if you go to their website, either through your phone or through your computer, they have a live chat, so you can actually live chat with the rep, or you can actually email a commercial lender. That's how they call those business credit reps. They're called commercial lenders, and they'll take care of you. Number 4, we have TeachersFCU. Our score, 8.7 over 10. This is a great institution. When you think about a business line of credit from teachers, you are thinking about a financing program from a very knowledgeable, from a very, a very competent lender. What we love is they are very, very generous. Okay, you were talking about a maximum line of credit of $250,000. This is really great. And you have variable interest rates. So you have prime rate plus margin that is adjusted quarterly. Okay, and there is, however, a $500 packaging fee on term loans and lines of credit loans that are above $100,000. Okay, this is really important to understand that. But the thing here is that what we love with the TeachersFCU is that they basically, the thing is, their process is very simple. So you start by providing your paperwork. Okay, you will send them your financials. You send them your business plan. You will send them your IRS tax return. Okay. And actually, they want to have also a transcript request so that they can actually contact the IRS themselves. But the cool thing is that they will actually work with you, and they will actually adjust. Like we have seen this by working with our own clients. You can ask TeachersFCU, let's say you want to have a $100,000 business line of credit. They might actually come back and say, you know what? based on your resources, based on your financial plan, based on your business plan, we are willing to give you $125,000. We are willing to give you $150,000. So this ability of a lender to come back with a better proposal, with a higher proposal, is just fantastic. And they do this all the time. And you can use the funds from a TeachersFCU to improve your cash flows, to purchase inventory, materials, and equipment. Okay, so revolving credit lines are also very useful as overdraft protection on a business checking account. Okay, so the application form to apply, you print out the following form and drop off at your nearest teachers branch or mail to Business Lending Department, Teachers, P.O. Box 9005, so 9005, Smithtown, New York 11787, 9005. Again, the address is Business Lending Department, Teachers, P.O. Box 9005, Smithtown, New York 11787, 9005. So they want to, you will have a teacher's business loan and line of credit application. You need to have a personal financial statement and an ID tax return transcript request. Number 3, we have a BECU. Our score, 8.9 over 10. So when you think about BECU, I want you to think about a very stellar institution. I mean, the institution is well run, and especially when it comes to their business line of credit, they will work with you. Okay, they will offer flexible operating lines of credit to actually help you prepare for the seasonal or changing needs of your business. This is really good. And it's better with the BECU, it's better to actually make an appointment to have a clear idea of what they can offer you. Okay, obviously you got to be a business member, but also a personal member. Okay, and the thing is that they have 2 pricing tiers when it comes to their APRs for business lines of credit. So if you're looking for an unsecured line of credit from $2,500 to $9,999.99, the APR as of the date of this show is 8.50%. If you're looking for an unsecured line of credit that goes from $10,000 to $100,000, the APR is 8.10%. Okay, so this is really good. And the thing is that if you need short-term cash flow to take care of your business, to actually let's say smooth out your liquidity patterns, a business line of credit from BECU is great. What we love about this with BECU is that they actually have many benefits and features in their products. You have low competitive variable rates. Think about it, 8.50% is really good, really decent. No interest charges until you draw on the line of credit. You have no origination fee. You have competitive annual fee. And you actually have a secured and unsecured options. So let's say if you have, let's say, business assets that you would like to use as collateral, then you can actually you can actually have a secured business line of credit. Obviously, the APR will go down. The terms of the transactions will be better because you are actually securing the business line of credit. So if this is an option for you, you might want to think about it. You can also have overdraft protection through this BECU business line of credit. In other words, you can have some extra cash to make sure you don't have some NSF non-sufficient funds events in your business account. So to apply for this business line of credit from BECU, you want to decide how much you need. You want to complete the business line of credit application. So for credit requests over $50,000, you need to complete a business loan application as well. And be prepared with additional documentation or detailing your business's financial and tax history. Okay, very important. And one thing I want to say also is that you can make an appointment to apply or download and bring the completed application into your nearest neighborhood financial center. This is how they call branches at BECU. Okay, and so if you're not already a business member and are approved for a business line of credit, you will be required to establish a business membership. Very important. Number 2, folks, we have here Consumers Credit Union. Our score, 9.4 over 10. And this is another great institution. And the good thing is that Consumers has no geographical restrictions. So they are available nationwide. And this is really good. And one thing I want to say here is that the only thing is they only have secured lines of credit. I would say 95% of the time, since for the last 10 years we have been dealing with them, they only have a secure lines of credit. Now, there were instances where we were able to eke out an unsecured line of credit, but you got to have a strong, long-standing relationship with consumers for them to do that for you. Okay, but overall, if you have, let's say you have solid assets that you would like to collateralize, that you like to use to actually get a line of credit from them, then CCU will take care of you. Okay, so they have been a trusted source of financial support for companies across the nation for the last 10 to 20 years. Okay, and so they have business secured lines of credit, so you get the capital you need to bridge the gap between invoice and collection. Okay, so they have letters of credit issuance guarantee. They have letters of credit, okay, that actually guarantee to third parties that they will receive the payment due to them. And they also have business construction and development loans that support you with on-demand capital to be used on everything from new construction to extensive remodeling and renovation projects. Let me recap here. So with Consumers Credit Union, everything is collateralized. Everything is guaranteed. In other words, they are not risking their own money if you have no skin in the game. So from business secured lines of credit to letters of credit to business construction and development lines of credit and loans, all of this are collateralized. They even offer you equipment financing. Okay, so even equipment financing, this is a type of collateralized loan because in terms of this is a type of collateralized loan or line of credit because you are actually using the equipment as the collateral. Okay, so with CCU, everything is collateralized unless you have a strong, long-standing relationship with them, and they might do an exception for you. So the following documents are needed to get you started. So you need to have a personal financial statement and a business loan application. So their team of very knowledgeable professionals will actually get back to you. They'll work with you. They'll see whatever you have, and they'll actually give you the cash you need as fast as possible. Okay. And so for more information, you can call 1-847-672-1888 or email commerciallending@myconsumers.org. Again, the contact is, you can call 1-847-672-1888 or you can email commerciallending in one word @myconsumers.org. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation today about the new LLC business lines of credit from credit unions that pull personal TransUnion. Number one, the best of the best, best of the best, hands down. There's no second here. Okay, Navy Fed is your source of a business line of credit. Our score 9.6 over 10. When you think about Navy Fed, you want to think about a national player. The world's best credit union, not just in the United States, okay? And the thing here is that they give you actually unsecured lines of credit or secure lines of credit. I would say that in general, they want you to secure the line of credit unless, again, you have a long-standing relationship with them. And they might do an exception. So they will apply the same model that the CCU has. But overall, I would say in 95% of the cases that we have actually done for our clients and for ourselves, Navy Fed wants you to collateralize the line of credit. Okay, so you got to have some solid assets that you can use to actually secure the line of credit. So this line of credit is great if you need help managing working capital, operating expenses, cash flow, or payroll. Okay, so their secured business line of credit it's actually a really great solution, and the line of credit starts at $35,000. So this is the minimum. So if this is too much for you, that do not apply with Navy Fed because they want to make sure that you have a minimum capital need for them to actually get all the bureaucracy around that, because again, for them it has to be profitable. So $35,000 is the minimum, and the rate is variable, tied to prime. The term length can match your needs, okay, but the line of credit must be secured, okay, and fees apply. So this is great for established businesses. You can also use it for your new LLC if you have been with Navy Fed for a long time as a personal member, okay, and you can use the money for bridging cash flow gaps, business growth, unexpected expenses, and other operational purposes, okay. So when to apply, you will need to have a completed and signed business loan application, business tax returns under existing ownership. Okay, for the most recent 2 years. If you're a new LLC, they will need to have your personal tax returns. Okay, business plan may be required. They will want to see proof of collateral, a personal guarantee, and a personal credit check. Very important. And beside the secure business line of credit, Navy Fed also grants a checking line of credit. This one is unsecured, okay? So, and the assigned limits can go from $5,000 to $1,000 or $5,000. So the limits again are $500, $1,000, or $5,000. So it's not a range; those are finite numbers: $500, $1,000, and $5,000. And the APR on those 17.90%. So those are the new LLC business lines of credit from credit unions that pull personal TransUnion. Okay, now let's have a general conversation about how do you get a business line of credit from a credit union that pulls personal TransUnion. Well, you have to understand first, you need to decide how much funding you need, because if you have no idea how much you need, how are you going to apply at the right institution? It's important. So you need to decide how much you need. And given that we are speaking about credit unions, that means that you need to have membership. You need to have personal membership and or business membership. Most credit unions want you to be first an individual member before actually switching or before actually opening another type of membership. That's a business membership. Okay, so you want to decide how much you need. You need to check your eligibility. So credit unions will ask you for membership. They will ask you for your credit history, your personal credit history, your TransUnion credit history. So they have a clear idea of the kind of risk they have to work with, your business revenue. But if you are new, you need to have projected revenue. So you don't have actual revenue, but you have projected revenue. They will ask you for your time in business. If you're new, you probably have 3 months, 6 months, but you have to say that. And you want to make sure that you are basically gathering the required documentation also. So personal and business tax returns, business licenses, articles of organization, because we're speaking about LLC. So your personal and business bank statements, your profit and loss statements, your financial statements, your business plan, and your business lease agreements, among other things. And don't forget to submit your application. And usually it's better that you do it at a branch. Okay, and make sure that you actually have your name, business name, your social security number, your desired loan amount, your loan purpose, your business tax ID. So simply because you're a new LLC does not actually absolve you of the obligation to get an EIN. So make sure that you get your employer identification number. This is really important. And again, you want to put in your projected annual revenue. So you are new, but what is your annual revenue projections? Okay, this could be on a quarterly basis, this could be on a semi-annual basis, or on an annual basis. We have actually seen people getting approved for the Navy Fed business line of credit, or the one at CCU, by actually providing financial statements and a 3 to 5 year projected financial statements. So this is really good. And I want to give you a few pro tips. There are certain mistakes that people make when they apply for new LLC business lines of credit from credit unions that pull personal TransUnion. The first mistake is they totally forgot about the TransUnion credit score. Like they haven't checked it. They don't know what's going on. They have no idea what the TransUnion score is. What's up with that? You have to really do the research. You want to make sure that your score is accurate. You need to ascertain your score. This is important. And also you have to really understand the typical business line of credit cost and fees. Those are important. So things like interest rates, the draw fee. Okay, there is a payment processing fee. So accessing your business line of credit from a credit union that pulls TransUnion will likely come with a payment processing fee if you choose to have the money sent via wire transfer. And so the fee is usually between $15 and $35. Okay, and you also have to think about late fee. So the credit union will usually charge you a late fee if you miss the payment due date. So this is typically a percentage of the payment amount and depends on the particular lender. You have to think about a termination fee, right? A line of credit typically has a fixed end date. So if you want to close out the line of credit before the date, you may have to pay a termination fee between 1% and 2% of your loan amount. You have to think about prepayment penalties. Okay, this is really important. So those are a few things you want to pay attention to. And also, I want to acquaint you with other business line of credit lenders. So besides banks and credit unions, you have online lenders and alternative lenders that actually take care of you if you're looking for a business line of credit. For example, we have Bluevine. Bluevine is a great player. Okay, they offer business lines of credit between $5,000 and $250,000. Okay, so $5,000 and $250,000. That's the range we're talking about, and they charge interest rates starting from 4.8%, and terms are either 6 or 12 months. Then you also have On Deck. So On Deck offers lines of credit between $6,000 and $100,000 with 12-month repayment terms. They're reset after each withdrawal, and payments are due weekly. Then you also have Cabbage, and Cabbage offers business line of credits, business lines of credit between $2,000 and $250,000 with 6, 12, or 18-month terms. Thank you so much. Let's quickly before we do a recap here, please check out, we do have a strong methodology on this show when it comes to evaluating, reviewing, and listing loans and lines of credit. And so check out this loan evaluation approach. It will tell you how we actually operate, how we actually do our research on this show. So quickly recapping here, we are speaking about the top 5 new LLC business lines of credit from credit unions that pull personal TransUnion. Number 1, Navy Federal. Our score 9.6 over 10. Number 2, we have here CCU, Consumers Credit Union, 9.4 over 10. Number 3, we have BECU, 8.9 over 10. Number 4, we have TeachersFCU, 8.7 over 10. Number 5, the last but not the least, Lake Michigan Credit Union, our score 8.1 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.